Welcome to Arts 8, Week 1. Here's our learning competency. This week's objectives are the following. Let's start first with pretest. Identify the term being described. Write the letter that corresponds to your answer on your notebook. You have 5 seconds to answer each item. Let's start. Number 1. They are typically produced on paper or cloth, drawn on surface with threads, fashioned in bronze, or built in stone. Is it mandala, rangoli, rugs, or chalk art? You have 5 seconds. Time is up. Let's have number 2. A term from a Sanskrit word, rangavali, which means rows of color. Is it mandala, rangoli, rugs, or chalk art? You have 5 seconds. Time is up. Ready for the next item? Let's have number 3. A brightly flamboyant track painted with images in Pakistan. Is it mandala, rangoli, rugs, or chalk art? You have 5 seconds. Time is up. Let's have number 4. Arabian carpets are primarily made of wool, metal, aluminum, or plastic. You have 5 seconds. Time is up. Let's have our last item. Number 5. These are circles contained within a square arranged into sections that are all organized around a single central point. Is it mandala, rangoli, rugs, or chalk art? You have 5 seconds. Time is up. Let's check your answer. Let's start with number 1. The answer is? That is correct. A. Mandala. For number 2, the answer is? That is correct. Rangoli. B. For number 3, the answer is? That is correct. Chalk art. For number 4, the answer is? That is correct. A. Wool. And for our last item, the answer is? That is correct. A. Mandala. How much score did you get? Did you get 5, 4, or 3? Now whatever score you got, as long as you've done your best, that is fine. Now let's move forward to recap. Direction. Match the picture with the correct description. Write the letter that corresponds to your answer on your notebook. You have 5 seconds to answer each item. Let's begin. Here are your choices for each item. Letter A. It emphasizes on braids and focuses on individual knots. B. Paper cuttings and adapts the 12 animals of Chinese zodiac signs. C. A double connection knot, often called Korean knot. D. A Chinese decorative handicraft art known as zhongguao. And E. The art of paper folding. Remember, you have to look for the description of the picture on column A. Let's have number 1. You have 5 seconds. Time is up. Let's have number 2. You have 5 seconds. Time is up. Let's have number 3. You have 5 seconds. Time is up. Let's have number 4. You have 5 seconds. Time is up. And our last item, number 5, you have 5 seconds. Time is up. Let's check your answers. Let's start first with number 1. The answer is? That is correct. Letter C. For number 2, the answer is? That is A. For number 3, the answer is? That is D. For number 4, the answer is? That is correct. B. And for our last item, number 5, the answer is, that is correct, E. How much score did you get? Did you get a perfect score? Now whatever score you got, as long as you were able to remember the lesson that we have discussed last week, and that is fine. Now let's learn more about the arts of Asia. Let's have first India. India is well known with Rangoli. It was derived from Sanskrit word Rangavali, which means rows of colors, usually designed in various colorful patterns and dimensions. The material used in this art are the following: dry flour, colored sand, and sometimes flower petals as decoration. They are commonly observed on special occasions like Diwali festival, marriage, birthdays, engagements, housewarming ceremonies, and so on. That is Rangoli of India. Now let's move on to Saudi Arabia. With Saudi Arabia, they are very known with kilims or rugs. Rugs, also known as flat weave carpets or pile carpets, are made by Arabians and primarily made from wool. Cotton and flax are easily grown in northern portion of Egypt, which are sometimes used in rugs. Other materials used for kilams and rugs are the following: cotton and linen threads, sometimes camel hair and goat hair, or sometimes silk. That is kilams or rugs of Saudi Arabia. Now let's move on to Pakistan. With Pakistan, they are well known with truck art. Like in the Philippines, they have decided to design their trucks. Sometimes these trucks are painted with images of idealized landscape, famous personalities, flowers, and trees turned village lanes, city streets, and long-distance highways into a gallery without walls. That is truck art of Pakistan. Now let's have our last country, Tibet. With Tibet, they are well known with mandala. It is considered as spiritual and ritual symbol in Asian cultures. It holds symbolic and meditative meaning beyond their vibrant appearance. With Hinduism and Buddhism as a religion, they believe that it transforms the universe from one of suffering in one of the joy and happiness. It typically produced on paper or cloth, drawn as surface with threads, fashioned in bronze, or built in stone. That is mandala of Tibet. Now we're done with our discussion. Let's have our activity. Today's activity is about Rangoli making, which is based from India. Here are the materials you'll be needing: glue, Oslo paper, colored sand or colored paper cut into small pieces, or magazine cut into small pieces, and marker. Ready? Here are the steps. Step 1 is you have to choose a simple Rangoli design. Step 2, draw the grid using small dots at equal distances. You have to use your ruler. Step 3, draw your design with the help of colored sand. And last step, step 4, add colors to your design, fill patterns and shapes with colors. And that's it. That's how you make Rangoli. Please do this at the end of the lesson. Take note, once done, put your finished output to your portfolio. Our next activity is wrap up. Direction. Answer the following questions. Write your answer on one whole sheet of paper. Question number 1. What are the common elements of art that can be seen in Tibet and Saudi Arabia? And number 2, what are the well-known differences between the 4 countries in terms of elements of art? Please answer these questions at the end of the lesson. Next activity is valuing. Direction. Answer the question below. Write your answer on a one whole sheet of paper. Here's the question. The elements of art ensure the streamlining of any artwork. Which element do you think would be the most effective at instilling discipline that people could use to enrich their livelihood? Please answer this question at the end of the lesson. Moving on to our last activity, post this. Identify what country is being described. Choose your answer on the box. Write your answer on your notebook. You have 20 seconds to answer each item. Here are your choices: India, Tibet, Saudi Arabia, Philippines, Pakistan, and China. Ready? Let's start. You have 20 seconds. Time is up. Let's check your answer. Number 1, mandala. The answer is, that is correct. That is Tibet. For number 2, rangoli. What country? That is correct. That is India. How about number 3, truck art? That is Pakistan. Very good. For number 4, rugs. That is Saudi Arabia. Very good. And for number 5, barong. That is very good. That is correct. Philippines. How much score did you get? Did you get a 5, a 4, or a 3? Now, whatever score you got, as long as you've learned from this module, and that is fine. That is all we got for today. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thank you and have a good day. Bye!